How's everybody tonight? Tuesday night, the night before Halloween. I always like Halloween. But you know, they changed our trick-or-treating this year. Yeah, they changed it to tonight because, I don't know, I think it's supposed to, I started to say snow. Snow is not right. I think it is supposed to rain tomorrow night. So they made Halloween tonight. How crazy is that? But anyway, we've got some breaks to do tonight. How about that? We are opening a full-size autographed football helmet from Hit Parade and a half case of basketball jerseys from Gold Rush. Then we'll open the last case I have of 5-star baseball, and behind that will come a full case of Prizm football. So we're going to be busy tonight. But we're always busy, but that's what makes it fun, right? Before we get started ripping into our packs and our boxes, I do have a little bit of information to go over, so let's get started with that. First up there, you just see is a note about my feedback. That is to let you know that my feedback is automated. So anytime you leave positive feedback for me, you're going to instantly get it in return. And I've been asked before, you know, hey, do I need to leave it if I've got 10 bids? Should I leave 10 feedbacks or should I leave one? Hey, I'm all for leaving 10. I'll tell you why. Because it counts all 10 of them for me, and it will count all 10 of them for you. So I'm a big fan of a 1-for-1, but however you want to do it, the automated side of it will hit you right back with an equal number of positives. And then, of course, the second and most important thing on that page is to say thank you, because I do appreciate everyone who bids and breaks and chats with me, and who, most importantly, you guys keep me company and you keep me up to date on scores, and I feel like we're a little family. So I'm glad to have you along with me for the ride every night. What we're taking a look at right now are the bids that are coming up over the course of the next 5 days. This stuff is already up and listed on eBay, available for bidding right now, actually. So tomorrow night, we're going to start a half hour early at 9:30, and you know what? It's a new release day, so that's mainly the reason we're starting a little earlier, because I'm anxious to get into it just like you are. Flawless basketball, that's a biggie. That one will be up first tomorrow night, then a full case of high-tech baseball, which is Topps high-tech, not Bowman, and it is also a Wednesday release. And then we'll follow that up with a full case of Bowman Chrome baseball, which I think is the last of the Bowman Chrome hobby that I have anyway. On Thursday night, we're going to open a full case of full-size autograph helmets, and those will be from Leaf. The one tonight's from Hit Parade. Thursday night, a full case of Leaf autograph full-size helmets. More flawless basketball, more Prizm football. On Friday night, we'll open a 4th and Goal football box from Hit Parade that has 4 autographed items in it: a full-size helmet, a mini helmet, a photograph, and a jersey. We'll open more flawless basketball, more flawless basketball, more Topps high-tech baseball. Not Bowman high-tech, but Topps high-tech. Saturday night, I'm taking it as an off night. I've got people in town for the races. I'm supposed to be there Friday night, or Friday and Saturday, but I don't know if I'm going to go yet or not. I haven't decided. On Sunday, we will open a case of Gem Mint football from Gold Rush. I forgot to put the Gold Rush in there, but that's who makes it. And 12 packs make up a box, and for them, one box is the same as a case. So there you go. You can call it a 12-pack box. You can call it a 12-pack case, but at any rate, it's going to be a 12-pack. Then we will also open more Topps high-tech baseball on Sunday night. So that's what we look like in the days ahead for tonight. Lots of information on this page. This is the order that we're breaking in, so it's going to be the full-size football helmet up first. Then the half case of autographed basketball jerseys. 5-star baseball comes behind that, and Prizm football will close things out for us tonight. Free shipping breaks are the full-size helmet and the basketball jerseys. Free shipping breaks with me, guys, I always project them to go out about a week after the auction ends, and sometimes I'm able to get them out sooner than that. So if you see it shipped sooner than that, just be happily surprised by it. But expect it to go out about Tuesday, a week from today. The paid shipping breaks tonight, that is 5-star and Prizm. Guys, I'm projecting that out the door on Monday, and there's 2 reasons why. One is I have got a lot of really base card heavy stuff in front of it that still has to get out the door. And the other one is, well, I might be gone Saturday. So if I am, you know, we wouldn't get anything much out on Saturday. So projecting Monday, and if I can get something out quicker, you know that I will. Now, the last little piece of information we need to deal with on this page has to do with consolation cards. And that is basically if your team isn't pulled in one of these breaks, you are entitled to a consolation trading card. It can be from any year or any series, and I track it for a rolling 90-day period. If you're in one of the free shipping breaks, I typically just hold on to all of your consolation cards until the next time you have a package heading out the door. Then at that point, I would gather them all up and ship them out at one time with that package. If you're in the free shipping break and you don't want to wait for that, all you need to do is send me a message and let me know you'd like it immediately, and I will take care of it for you. For the paid shipping break, which is 5-star and Prizm, if you happen to get skunked in 5-star, I will send your consolation cards with the rest of the break, since it is a paid break. Nobody's going to get skunked in Prizm. It's got a massive amount of cards in it, so we've got no worries there. So first up is, oh, look at that. I have a 2048 hit parade. That would be quite a trick, wouldn't it? Let's try and fix that. I did not travel to the future and bring that back in the DeLorean. This is a 2018 Hit Parade Series 37 autograph full-size football helmet. This is break number 25. Everything we're opening tonight ended tonight, Tuesday night, the 30th of October. You will find the team names are on the left-hand side, your name up in lights across from your team on the right, if you happen to be our winning bidder tonight. And of course, a new spreadsheet is going to go up before the start of each and every break. So if you are not in this particular break, not to worry, you'll see your name up there shortly. And last but not least, I did remove autofocus. I manually set the focus, and that's why your background went out of focus. Okay, so Skull Highlights is here. You have the Titans. All right, cool. And it's your first break. Well, welcome, Skull Highlights. I'm assuming you must be a Vikings fan then. And Scott's here. It's Caleb's first break, too. Hey, Caleb. K. Matlock is looking for some fire in 5-star. Scott, she's not letting you break flawless, man. That's terrible. I'm sorry. Rich Breedlove is here. First break also. Welcome, Rich. Andrew, you need a Texan or a Ram. And, all right. And Martin's here. Hi, Martin. You got a lot in here tonight, too, Martin. I remember seeing that. Now that I am all caught up on the 411 there in chat, let's get rolling on this. oh, there it is. So it's number 85 of 100. There's these boxes are so huge and my workspace is so small, but you can see the seal and everything is intact on it. And let's try to get in here without cutting my hand off would be ideal, wouldn't it? And without knocking the camera over. Yeah, we all know I've done that before, getting helmets out of here. All right, let's get this cellophane out of the way and see what's in here. Oh, James, it's your first break too. Hey, we got lots of folks joining us for the first time tonight. Well, welcome everyone. Glad to have you joining our little family here, our little break family. And James is looking for the Jags. Rutang, this is exactly the 1990 Fleer football break. Oh, for those of you who don't know, Rutang is kidding. He comes in and hangs out with us quite often and jumps into the fray from time to time as well. And he likes to give me a hard time about Fleer football. So I know some of you are probably reading chat going, wait, what? Yeah, no, we're just having a little fun. Josh, it's your first break too, and you're looking for the Giants, and I hate to disappoint you, but I did get a little sneak peek, and I know this isn't the Giants, but it is a Patriot. First time, we haven't pulled a Patriots helmet in a while. So there is your Patriots helmet, and if you can't read that signature, because I wouldn't have been able to, there is a handy little cheat sticker here. Yeah, right in the edge of the bag. So that tells us who it is. It is Stephon Gilmore. And we have got, looks like a Hollywood Collectibles COA in the credit card size. We should have a matching sticker. And there it is on the back, your hologram sticker that aligns with your credit card size COA. I'm looking to see if there's anything else noteworthy. You know, sometimes on these replica helmets, you can get some crazy stuff like those little ear pads coming out and whatnot like we had last night. So there's one more look at it. Stephon Gilmore came out for the Patriots for our full-size helmet. So give me a second to get this put back where it needs to go, and then we're going to open up a half case of autographed basketball jerseys. We haven't opened those in a while, mainly because I thought it was a case of football jerseys. So there you go. How about that? It's amazing what I can find when I straighten up around here, isn't it? We go through that periodically, huh? Okay, let's get our spreadsheet back up and running. Take another shot at this. So for anybody who didn't catch this a moment ago, here's the information that you need to know in regard to your shipping date or your anticipated shipping date. And of course, about consolation cards if your team is not the team that's pulled. We are now heading into a 3-box case of 2017-18 Gold Rush Series 2 autographed basketball jerseys. So here's how that works. It's going to be 6 boxes in the case. So I will take all 6 boxes out because this is the start of a new case. I used to be able to speak. This is the start of a new case. All 6 boxes are going to come out. I'm going to number each of them on the end, then use random.org to make a determination as to which 3 are open tonight, which 3 we save for later. You might have noticed when I was scrolling through there that there were a handful of teams, 2 or 3, I think, that were marked as no bids buyback. Those are just orphan teams that no one gave a forever home to. So if one of those teams happens to come out, it stays here with me. Otherwise, it goes out the door to one of you. See if I can manage to get myself in this case. There we go. And we've had some really good luck with these Gold Rush jerseys of all sports, really. Basketball, football, baseball, they usually have a really nice checklist. So I always look forward to opening Gold Rush. And they are one of the few memorabilia places that they publish their full checklist. You know, most places do not. They'll just give you a little glimpse of who can be in there, and you just have to use your imagination to think about who else it could be. But not Gold Rush, man. They tell you exactly who's in each of their products, so I do like that. Okay, we're just going to hit randomize one time, and it gives us boxes 3, 4, and 5. Obviously not in that order, but I say it in order because it helps me remember. So boxes 3, 4, and 5 came out by way of random. So let me get the others out of the way here and see if I can do it without causing an avalanche of stuff, maybe. And I'm going to take the remaining 3, put them away, be right back with you. All right, let's get some of this out of my workspace so we have a little room to operate. James, we didn't have any luck for you, man. I'm sorry. That's a drag. Skull highlights, you have the Titans in Prizm. Okay, so you've got, you still got a little skin in the game coming up here shortly. Very nice. Rutang, I see that you said Garbage Pail Kids a minute ago. And I might have missed Josh. Josh, if I didn't see you a second ago to say hi, I apologize. Sometimes I get busy and I don't glance over at my chat as quickly as I should. But Josh, if I missed you earlier, welcome. Caleb says, good for the Patriots finally winning something. Andrew, which teams weren't taken in here? You know, I've already opened this, obviously, so I can't switch your view back, but I can tell you real quickly. It was the Hawks and the Clippers. Yeah, looks like Hawks and Clippers were the only 2 that were unsold in here. This is looking like De'Aaron Fox because it is. So if you have got the Sacramento Kings, there is a nice De'Aaron Fox custom jersey. You guys know I'm a fan of that because, hey, he's an ex-UK guy. It is Beckett authenticated. There is your sticker. There is your Beckett paper that goes with it. If this is headed your way, please make sure that you find that nice little piece of paper before you toss everything so that you don't end up getting all excited and flipping the jersey open and little Mr. COA goes bye-bye forever. Let's not have that happen. So, De'Aaron Fox, Sacramento Kings, first out. Scott, you won a wardrobe prop of Edward Norton. Oh, you now see, I'm thinking you really hit something. Then I read the rest of that and I'm like, oh no, I know better than that. You're not getting me to read the rest of that out loud, but that was a nice try, Scott. Yeah, James, we're going to break a full case of autographed full-size helmets from Leaf coming up in a couple of days. You might have seen that on the schedule earlier. And a full case of the Leaf ones will be 3 of the full-size autograph helmets that will open all at once in one break. Kian's dad is back picking up the Bears and Prizm. Still working on the biscuit. Actually, you got a lot of nice rookies this year, I imagine you're working on. JSA authenticated Clyde Drexler. There's your matching JSA sticker. And once again, this is another custom, so we don't have any logo man or anything on it, but a throwback Houston Rockets jersey autographed by one Clyde Drexler. So Rockets and Kings are the first 2 out. We have one more to go. Oh, Martin, you've already got a hit tonight? Awesome. Scott, you're saying that's really true? Now, I don't think that's true. Who told you that, Scott? That doesn't sound right to me. That does not sound right, man. I think you are messing with me. Gina's here. Hey, Gina. How are you? We have, I don't know who this is. Oh, I think this is Allen Iverson. It is JSA authenticated. There's your paperwork. There is your JSA sticker to go along with it. There's your Iverson autograph. And once again, a custom jersey, throwback Sixers. Nice. So to recap our autographed basketball jerseys tonight are Allen Iverson for the 76ers, Clyde Drexler for the Rockets, and De'Aaron Fox for the Sacramento Kings. Those were our 3 basketball jerseys out of this half case. And probably sometime next week, we'll bust into the back half of this case. Maybe about this time next week or pretty close to it. Somewhere in that neighborhood. All right, give me a minute to get the jerseys set up out of the line of fire here. And then we'll start 5-star baseball. Of course, it would also help if I brought the case of 5-star baseball up on the table, wouldn't it? Yes, that would also be beneficial for us to actually have the case so that we could break it. Would probably be a good idea, a prudent decision. Let's get our spreadsheet info up one more time. I'm going to say most of you have probably seen this by now. If you haven't, please take a minute and read it. It does have important information there about when you can expect your item to ship and about what happens if your team is not pulled in one of these breaks. And I absolutely guarantee you, no matter how many times I put this up a night, I will get at least 5 or 6 people somewhere during the course of the week that will ask me what happens when their team doesn't pull anything and when their item is going to ship. So you laugh that I put it up a lot, but I'm telling you, people tune in and out a lot, so you got to just try to catch it on the fly. This is an 8-box case of 2018 5-star baseball. This is the last of the 5-star baseball that I have on hand, and it is case break number 5. Of course, it also ended tonight, the 30th of October, one day from All Hallows Eve. And there is, yeah, same format that you're used to, with the team names on one side, winning bidders across on the opposite. Trav Oakley's got a bunch of teams in here tonight, and looks like, yeah, Trav Oakley's definitely in here. Heavy GK Greg is in here a lot as well, both searching for some big hits in 5-star baseball. Oh, Gina, you said you got outbid on a bunch of auctions because your laptop froze up. Dang, man. I'm telling you, Gina, you got to go with, not just Gina, I tell you guys this all the time. Check out auctionsniper.com. It is fantastic. Even if you don't care about the sniping part of it, it is great for bid management. It is great for being able to just put a bid in and forget about it. And it will notify you if you're going to be outbid or not. You can elect to change your bid. You can do all kinds of great things at auctionsniper.com. It is the best bid management tool I've ever seen. You can cancel your bids. You know, none of that like having to contact the seller saying, oh, I entered the wrong bid amount or whatever. You can constantly tweak your bid pricing and all that stuff. It is a fantastic tool. And here's the best part. If you don't win the auction, it is free to use it. You only pay if you win. And even then, it's not very much. It's like a quarter or something. It's a good bid management tool. You can find an auction that you like, plug your info in there 5-6 days ahead of time. Doesn't matter. It won't place it until the last 5 or 10 seconds of the auction. So it is, you'll win a lot more auctions using it, and you don't have to worry about things like, you know, laptop freezing up or power going out or any of that kind of stuff that befalls us all at some point or another. And Scott, you said that really is for real. You're not kidding. That is crazy. I had no idea. Gina's saying that there's, I can believe it in bench warmers, that there's swatches of bras available as relics in bench warmers. And I can believe that, because bench warmers is a crazy product. And Scott, I thought you were just giving me grief, man, but I trust you. If you say that's the real deal, then that's really weird that they would put somebody's underwear as a relic. And it also seems super unsanitary. But I guess, I don't know, I guess a bra is underwear too. I don't know. In the grand scheme of things it is, but those are strange relics indeed, kids. Andrew, you said that it's packed solid with rockets, and I'm assuming you're talking about the Gold Rush jerseys from a moment ago. I'm a little bit late in catching up on my chat here, but I believe that's probably what you meant then, right? Andrew said you had the 76ers until 3 seconds till the auction end. Oh, that means somebody probably had Auction Sniper on that one too, huh? Yeah, well, that's the maybe that's the downside of Sniper. Sometimes it does cause you to lose things occasionally. Stang Lover, you would like to find a Joey Votto. Didn't we find Joey Votto recently? We did in something. I don't remember if it was in this or if it was in Flawless, but we recently found Joey Votto in something or another. I just don't remember what it was exactly. Well, we're going to start off with one of our silver signatures. If I can manage to get the sleeve open, we are. I think we'll just toss that one, and that one's bent. We'll toss it too and try again. Third time's the charm, so they say. Except, yeah, there we go. Third time really was the charm, eventually. Byron Buxton, and it's a 1 of 1. Oh, I like to start out with 1 of 1s because that means we're probably going to have a good case now, doesn't it? I believe it does. Minnesota Twins off to the races with a 1 of 1. I like it. Gina, you're funny. Hi, Mickey. Gina wants to know if Auction Sniper has an option to stop Kian's dad from winning the Bears all the time. Victor Caratini for the Cubbies. And of course, guys, when they look like this and they don't have any different color in the background, those are unnumbered. And of course, when they have colors on them. They're numbered. We have a redemption. That could be good news for somebody, perhaps. So, Brad, there were your cubbies. We got those out of the way for you right up front. So that gives you a little time to kick back and relax. J.D. Davis for the Astros. I always like it if I'm in a break and my team comes out kind of early. Then I feel like I can kind of, you know, wipe my brow and just sit back and enjoy the rest of it. We have a Chris Davis coming up for the Oakland A's. That is a nice low number as well. It's to 10. And behind that, Ian Kinsler for the Angels. Of course, he's not there anymore, but he's an Angel on this card, so that's where that's going to go. Kian's dad, you have in hand 227 different Anthony Millers and 150 different Anthony Miller autographs. Wow, man. That is intense. How come I don't see you bidding more in my breaks? You got all those bears. Where are you all the time, man? You just ditching me. Is that what it is? Salvador Perez and the Kansas City Royals. There's our nice big jumbo patch along with the autograph. And it is numbered to 10 as well. So a couple of low numbered cards out already, plus the 1 of 1. Scott Kingery comes out for the Phillies. Little Philadelphia action. City of brotherly love. Kay Matlock, we hit one for you. Excellent. Scott, you said you're not a baseball fan, but you know what, Scott? You used to tell me that you were not a football fan either, and now we've got you bidding on football cards. So I'm just saying, you can't rule it out. Francisco Lindor for the Indians. That's a nice one for Cleveland. And behind that, Cardinals, Jack Flaherty. And that one is not numbered, but a nice hit. Gina says you have 277 consolation cards. Well, that is quite a large number of consolation cards, Gina. I don't think it's quite that many, but I get your point. Jacob deGrom and the Mets. That is a handsome card as well, guys. That is our golden graphs. Those don't come out very often either. It is also numbered to 10. And Alex Verdugo and the Dodgers. Poor Dodgers, 2 years in a row World Series runner-up. That would just be hard on me if I were a player. That would start getting in my head if I were runner-up 2 years in a row. I mean, good on them that they get there, but yeah, that's got to be the worst. Skull highlights, you said go Twins. Well, we've got that nice 1 of 1 came out first off the bat for the Minnesota Twins, so you're already in good shape if that's who you've got in here. Gary Sanchez and the Yankees. Then we have Whit Merrifield for the Kansas City Royals. That is also numbered to 10. I told you it was going to be a good case, didn't I? When I saw that 1 of 1 come out of there, first off, I'm like, yeah, we're probably in for some good ones. Tommy Pham, Cardinals. Ooh, I see another low number coming, and it's going to be a nice one. Yes, indeed. How about Rod Carew? And guess what? It is Rod Carew as a twin. How about that? Ask and ye shall receive in regard to your twins, because that is your second 1 of 1 out of this case if you are the Minnesota Twins. You got not 1, but 2 1 of 1s, both for the Minnesota Twins. So, wow. That's all I can say about that. Somebody had good karma tonight. All right? That's what I'm saying. Okay, we have got a redemption. So let's flip it over. As soon as I flip it over, then we're going to go to the Topps website and we'll verify it. Chances are we're going to know the team, but we go check it out anyway. Oh, I told you it was a good case. It's the purple parallel of Juan Soto for the Nationals. Oh, yeah. Yeah, kids, we rocked this one. We rocked it. I can't write very well with that brace on. let's face it, I don't write very well with the brace off, but with the brace on, it's like, I don't know, something kind of, my mother would probably refer to it as chicken scratching. Yeah, that's what she would call that attempt at writing the Nationals there. So what do we need to find here? What did we just open? 5-star. What is that down there? Go away, whatever that is. We got to scroll down here and find 5-star. There we go. And bring up Mr. Juan Soto. We know who he's going to, but we have to make it all nice and official here. There it is, Washington Nationals, Juan Soto. And it's the purple parallel, which we pulled one of those couple of cases back. Maybe the last case, if not the last one, the one before, was also a Juan Soto purple parallel. So we're stacking up on those. Okay, guys, let's recap. We have the redemption for the Nationals of their hot rookie Juan Soto. That's the purple parallel, which I think is numbered to 50 in here. We didn't pull any purple tonight. We pulled lots of gold and red and stuff like that, but no purple. How about a 1/1 Rod Carew for the Minnesota Twins? That is a handsome card for sure. Tommy Pham came out for the St. Louis Cardinals. Numbered to 10, the Kansas City Royals show up with Whit Merrifield. Then we had a Gary Sanchez coming out for the Yankees. Alex Verdugo made an appearance for the Los Angeles Dodgers. Cardinals and Jack Flaherty. Francisco Lindor is a nice hit for the Indians. The Phillies hit was Scott Kingery. This is numbered to 10, Salvador Perez, the second hit for the Royals. And that, of course, is our autographed jumbo patch card that is a case hit. And those show up one per case. Ian Kinsler, so at least the Angels are not going home empty-handed out of this break. That is an awesome card to 10. That is Jacob deGrom Golden Graphs for the Mets. The Oakland A's hit to 10 with Chris Davis. The Astros bring home J.D. Davis. The Cubbies and Victor Caratini. And we started things off tonight with another 1/1 for the Minnesota Twins. Like, that is something that doesn't happen very often. That is Byron Buxton. I mean, it's not, there's plenty of cases where we might pull more than one that is a 1/1, but it's super rare for them both to be for the same team. So, Minnesota Twins, go play the lottery because you're apparently living right, We are headed into Prizm football up next. Give me a hot second here to get everything back on track of where it needs to be, and we will move right on down the line here in a moment, as soon as I can get the spreadsheet fixed up. Scott, you've never hit a 1/1 in all the breaks you've done? Wow. Now, see, that's because you should be bidding with me more, right? I couldn't resist getting that in there. Okay, just in case someone has jumped in the middle, you haven't seen this information, here's what you need to know. Our free shipping breaks tonight, which we've already completed, that was the football helmet and the half case of basketball jerseys, scheduled to go out on or about Tuesday. The free shipping stuff is always projected to get out the door 7 days or so after an auction ends, although it often gets out faster. Plan on Tuesday a week from today. Be pleasantly surprised if it goes out to you sooner. Our paid shipping breaks, 5-star and Prizm, projecting out on Monday. That's because there's a lot of stuff in line ahead of them with a lot of base cards, and also because I'm not sure how much I'll be able to get done on Saturday. So we're going to project it for Monday and hope if I can get to it sooner. Of course, I will. Consolation cards, I keep track of your no-hit teams for a rolling 45-day period, a rolling 90-day period. Why did I suddenly say 45 days? I have no idea. That was very random. It is a rolling 90-day period. And the next time you have a package going, if you're on one of the free shipping breaks, I send all the consolation cards that you're due at one time. And if you want it sent sooner, all you need to do is let me know. Of course, if you're on a paid shipping break and you're due consolation cards, they'll ship out with the rest of the break. 12 boxes of 2018 Prizm football. This is a full case break, and it is break number 2. We have the teams on the left, the bidders on the right, and Hobby Collector 84 has got a bunch in here too. Hobby Collector is on it tonight. I think you said you already hit a couple of good ones, didn't you, Martin? Didn't you tell me you hit in the jersey or in something? So I think maybe you're already kind of rolling along at a pretty good clip tonight. But let's see if Prizm can't bring you some more good luck. All right, I have to get this. Boy, I have to get the case up here. Yes, I know. That's what happens when you get older. You make noises when you pick up things. And when you get up and down out of chairs and whatnot, it's terrible, isn't it? Okay, 12 boxes of Prizm. And there's all kinds of stuff in here. Lots of parallels and numbered cards and inserts and all kinds of fun stuff like that. And then, of course, our autographs, the most important part. And we usually have 3, I think it is, right? 3 per box in Prizm. One of these days, that big, tall stack of cards is going to dump over on me when I stack all those boxes up. Yeah, not really. I don't really think it will. But it's just such a gigantic stack of stuff. And the way the camera hits it, it like bleeds it out, fades it out or something. It's really kind of weird what it does to the lighting. But anyway, that's a story for another day. Gina, you said you got caught off guard yesterday with Topps Update. Oh, yeah, on Topps Update because I am shipping the whole case, all the base. Normally I don't in Topps Update when I do the full case. Like when I would do a half case, I would. But when I would do a full case, I wasn't shipping the veteran base. Then there were some requests to do a break shipping all of the cards, even the veteran base. And there's 3,000 cards in that jumbo full case. So, that virtually, every card, every team has so many cards. That's why the shipping had to be adjusted on that one. But, of course, I did have that in the description in there as well. I know not everybody always scrolls through that, but I did have that note in there to kind of let you guys know why that was the case. Because in the past, that would have been 2 half-case breaks. And they would have been, actually, you would have ended up, if you had bought in both half cases, you would have ended up paying more shipping than doing it like I did it. Because it would have been $4.99 per break. This way, it was just $7.99, and you get the same amount of cards as if you had done 2 half cases. So that's the reason it was different, because it's just a massive amount of cards, and it weighs a lot. And it takes a really, really, really long time to get out the door, sorted and prepped and out the door. That's one of the reasons the breaks tonight are not projected to go until Monday, because I've got that full case of archives that's got to get out. We've got a half case of hoops basketball yet to go out, and then that Topps Update Jumbo, which is insanity. Absolute insanity. Kian's dad, you said 3 silver Prizm base or rookies per box. I certainly don't know if it was all base. There were definitely that many Prizms, but some of them were inserts. So I don't know. I didn't totally count that going through the first case. But there's definitely a lot of Prizms in here in various configurations. Oh, Greg, you struck out on 5-star, man. I am sorry. Hopefully you will have better luck with what you get for your consolation. We're gonna try anyway. Skull highlights, everything is shipping. That's kind of what we were going over there. Guys, anytime something is different from the norm, I'm always going to list it in the description. And I know there's a lot of stuff in the description, but here's the part that's the important part. This is a die cut numbered to 199 for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. When you're scrolling down there and you get to the part that it tells you, like, this is, you know, gives you the date and time of the break, and then shortly below that it would have said, like, for tonight, for instance, it would have said 12 times 2018, you know, Panini Prism Football, full case break, blah, blah. Right below that, if there's other information you need to know, that's where it would be. Like if there had been a separate bidding category for rewards points cards, or if, you know, veteran base wasn't shipping, or there was a shipping, you know, rate change, or any of that kind of stuff, it would always be like right there. Nick Foles refractor for the Eagles. This is going to be numbered to 25 for the Ravens. It's Jordan Lasley. So I would always, you know, just kind of say, even if you don't look at anything else, you might want to scroll down and take a look at that part, just because if there is something different going on, a new category created, or something, you know, veteran base not shipping or something like that, that's where it's always going to say it. I know it is unusual with if you had 5 teams and 5-star. I mean, yes, I agree with you. I would have thought you probably would have come up with something in that. But, I mean, sometimes you just never know. I mean, how those kinds of things are going to fall. And sometimes somebody buys 5 teams and they might get something for all 5. And other times you buy 5 teams and you don't get anything for any of them. And I know that's a drag. I'm sorry, Greg. Still 149, Cole Beasley and the Dallas Cowboys. You know, that Dallas Cowboys person stiffed me the other night, too. I had a feeling they were going to, and so did the person who tagged me for $200 a couple of nights before in Immaculate Basketball and 5-star Baseball. Yeah, the same one that was begging and, oh, please hold my spot. I guarantee you're going to get paid. And, oh, I live in Kentucky and I'm going to bid with you forever. You know, on and on and on and on. Yeah, they didn't pay me. Goddard to 99. That is Blue Scope for the Philadelphia Eagles. Kian's dad, we have not seen any of, I haven't seen any of the base refractors yet, but of course when we do, we can, you know, kind of keep account of what we see come out of this box, and I can give you a better idea then if we have 3. There's 1, for instance, and it is Chandler Jones for the Arizona Cardinals. Josh Jackson comes out for the Pack. And Mr. Josh Jackson, of course, is a Prism with the autograph. And if anybody wants any of the codes off those Kid Reporters, you're more than welcome to just copy down the number as they go by. We're going to find lots of these Hall of Fame inserts, okay? They're all going to be prisms, meaning they refract. And so when you see those go through, I'm not necessarily going to read those off because there are a lot, but when you see them, know that they're not numbered unless I, you know, specifically call out that they're numbered, but they are all going to be prisms. And of course, here is for the Chargers, Justin Jackson. That's numbered to 149, and anytime we see that pattern, that's what it will be numbered to. You've got 3 in Prism. Well, Greg, then we need to have some better luck for you here. What teams do you have in here? Let's try to work the mojo and get Greg back on track for this. And this is Christian Kirk for the Arizona Cardinals. This, again, is another insert series, rookie introductions that we'll see a lot, and they're, for the most part, not going to be numbered. Unless I call out otherwise, you can assume it is unnumbered. All of our die cuts that are orange are going to be numbered to 249. Of course, earlier we saw the blue die cut. Those are numbered to 199. Gina, you said that's why you don't like to do baseball, because of all the base cards. Well, it depends on the series. You know, some series, obviously, like 5-star, there's no base cards. Everything in it is a hit. Other series, like Series 1, Series 2, Update, those are loaded with base cards. And you probably would have been happier in the first break of that one where we did a case and didn't ship the veteran base. You would have just gotten, you know, the inserts and the hits, and you probably would have liked that better. To 275, that's Bradley Chubb for the Broncos. Anytime you see that kind of, I call it a tie-dye sort of pattern, it will be numbered to 275. Naheem Hines, numbered to 10. There's our case hit relic, and I love seeing it to 10. So not only is it our case hit, it's very low numbered, nice 2-color relic, and of course your autograph there to go along with. Caleb said he never thought he'd be rooting for a Texan, but bring it on. To 275, that's Big Ben Roethlisberger. I know what you mean, man. It is, we've talked about this before, how strange it is sometimes when you're in a break and you've bid on teams that are maybe not the teams that you like in real life, and in some cases are probably bitter rivals of your team that you cheer for. And it is tough to cheer for them, isn't it? Even when you have them in a break. Nick Chubb, Instant Impact. We'll find plenty of those inserts as well, and unless I call out otherwise, you can assume it is not numbered. That is to 275, Michael Thomas and the Saints. Oh, Martin, you had the Colts tonight? Then you're off to a hot start tonight then. You're off and running quite well. Mark Walton, Bengals, 199, blue die cut. So to answer your question then, Kian's dad, other than what we had here that was autographed, you know, our other prisms were all die cuts and numbered or autographed. The only prism we had that was just a base prism out of box 1 was the Chandler Jones. So for sure, there are lots of prisms in each box. As you saw, there's tons of them in terms of our inserts and what's autographed. And actually, one of our autographs was a base silver prism as well. But as far as just straight out base silver prisms with no autograph and no numbering, there's not a ton of them. I noticed when I was sorting case 1, there were really not that many. But of course, the silver, it's interesting because the prisms in basketball, the base silver prism in basketball is probably the most desirable card you can have for prism. And it's by far one of the highlights of the basketball card releases. But in football, it seems that the autographed prisms are really more desirable than the base silvers. And in basketball, the autographs are almost secondary, really. It's the base silver that everyone wants in basketball. So always interesting. Caleb, I didn't notice what the price ended up tonight on the Cowboys, but you said it kind of ticked up there, did it? Yeah, well, I have the Cowboys from the last break if anybody wants them. That person didn't pay me, so I still have them all. Kalen Ballage, that is for the Dolphins. A silver base prism autograph. Yeah, so they're all sitting there waiting. There was a couple of autographs in it, I think, and some numbered cards. Khalil Mack, that is yet another insert series grit. Those, again, are going to be refractors. This is numbered to 149, Cedric Wilson Jr. And another Kid Reporter. Kian's dad, you said that's why you only bid on the Bears. It solves all those problems about your rooting interests. Gina, you're right. If you get in on a break on release night, you do normally get a little bit better price than if you wait. I think that has to do with just there's so many people that break it on release day. That's probably why. Sony Michel and the Patriots, numbered to 199. And then, of course, you know, when you get the farther out you get from the release date, then it's more staggered. You still have plenty of people breaking it, I'm sure, but they're not all lumped in there together like they are on release night. So absolutely, you guys, for me, release night's obviously, you know, worse because I things sell for a lot less money. But for you as a bidder, release night is a good night to bid. You're right. For the Chargers, it is Melvin Ingram. That is numbered to 75 with a little green. Technically, I think crystals is what they're maybe referring to that as in here. It looks to me exactly like the cracked ice, but I don't think that's what they call it in here. Numbered to 25, it's Jeremy Hill and the Patriots. Another kid reporter. Loads and loads of those. But that's all right. I use them sometimes for shipping and stuff. So, Skull highlights. You better believe I collect cards. I collect all kinds of stuff. Our house is absolutely run amok with all the things I collect. But yeah, I absolutely do collect as well. In football, my team is the Steelers. And occasionally I go outside the Steelers in collecting because I also like to follow my UK guys and where they end up, and I like to collect their cards. And then I've got a friend whose cousin plays for the Vikings, so I like to collect his cards. And you know, so I do venture outside my Steelers occasionally, but Steelers are definitely my primary collecting team in the NFL. And in Major League Baseball, tons of teams that I like and that I will buy from time to time, but Reds is kind of my mainstay. Poor little cellar-dwelling Reds. And in basketball, I'm all over the place. Rookie introduction, Nick Chubb. That's because I follow all my UK guys. Landon Collins to 275 for the Giants. So in basketball, you're likely to find me bidding on any one of probably 15 teams or so. Anybody that's got one of my UK guys is a target. Armani Watts, Kansas City Chiefs. That's a nice rookie silver prism. Again, those are not numbered, but still nice to have. Richie James to 199 for San Francisco. But yeah, I've got so much collectible stuff in this house. It is crazy. Yeah, Gina, you're funny. Gina saying I'm a huge Browns and Ravens fan. I tell you what, I might be more of a Browns fan now that they fired Hugh Jackson and Todd Haley. Because they've got a good young group of guys there. DJ Chark for the Jags to 275. And now that they're going to get somebody in there, well, of course, good grief. Promoting Greg Williams, even on an interim basis, I think was absolutely idiotic. But outside of that, hopefully they'll hire somebody good. Derek Carr prism for the Raiders. A die-cut Marcus Mariota for the Titans. I think somebody asked for a Titan a moment ago. There's a die-cut to 199 of Mr. Mariota for you. But yeah, my main thing, I mean, here's the deal. Why, if your organization is already under such scrutiny for all of its massive amounts of dysfunction that have been present for the last 2 or 3 years, why in the world, with all the past coaches and talent that you have to choose from within your organization, do you choose the Bounty Gate guy to be your interim head coach? To 149 for the Rams, that's Sue. I mean, your season's kind of gone. Just keep your head down. Keep your young core happy and intact. And hire someone good in the offseason and live to fight another day. Why are you inviting more controversy by promoting Greg Williams? I mean, I just don't even get it. Just don't even get it. Matt Ryan and the Falcons to 249 with an orange die cut. Oh, Martin, did you not ask for the Titans? I thought you did. For some reason, I thought I saw you somebody type up there a minute ago they needed a Titan. I must have read it wrong. Steve Young Hall of Fame insert. There's a Tom Brady die cut to 249 for the Patriots. I don't know why some of those I'm putting in sleeves as we go and some I'm doing after the fact. I guess I could just do them all after the fact. Might make things go along a little more smoothly, huh? Hey, Latchman, I didn't even see you jump in. How are you, Latchman? I didn't see you yesterday either. Were you off doing something fun? Or were you here and I just blanked out? Did I black out like the Greek freak did the other night after the elbow to the head? And you were here and I don't remember it? Might be. I don't know. Oh, Skull Highlight says he has the Titans. Martin says he has the Titans. Okay, well, I guess I better stop and look and see who has the Titans. So hold on for a moment there, kids. In Prizm Football, I show the Titans as Martin. Hobby Collector 84 is who I show with the Titans in Prizm here. So let me jump on to eBay, guys, and I'll make sure that I didn't make some kind of crazy cut and paste error, but I don't, you know, every once in a while I do that. I try not to, and I hope I didn't, but let's just make sure since there seems to be some question about it. So hang tight here, kids, and I'll go look it up. Oh, never mind. Skull Highlight says, oh, he got off track. He does not have the Titans. He has the Chargers. Okay. All right. All right. Good enough then. There we go. See, I thought I saw somebody type in they wanted the Titans, but it was Skull, but really Skull wants some Chargers without kind of realizing he did. There's a rookie introduction, Baker Mayfield. And we're going to follow that up with another Baker Mayfield. That is a checkerboard to 49 for the Browns. Hey, Skull Highlights, no worries, man. It has happened to all of us. We have all forgotten at some point or another, gotten confused about what team we have in what break. And on top of that, I have sometimes made cut and paste errors. So it's always better to go check and make sure that I didn't do something crazy myself. Here is a nice Kerryon Johnson for the Lions. It is a Prizm. It's going to be numbered to 10. It's gold rookie Kerryon Johnson to 10 is quite a nice little hit there if you have Detroit. Oh, so see, we had something to 149 for you that you didn't even know was coming your way then, did you, Skull? See, it all works out. It all works out in the end. There should be plenty to go around in Prizm. There's a lot of cards in this break. And I really didn't realize quite how many until I started sorting that first group. And I was like, oh, man, that's more cards than I remembered being in here. That happens to me sometimes. Instant Impact Ronald Jones for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That's Dante Pettis to 275 for the 49ers. Breaker 99. Somebody jumped off the pile here, and it was Eric Weddle for the Ravens. It figures it would be a Raven going off sides, doesn't it? I do not see that he is any worse for the wear. I think that's a little, yeah, that's actually a little tiny something right there, and maybe a little piece of the card. So it's tiny little imperfection, possibly as a result of him jumping off the pile. But if you've got the Ravens and that's your Eric Weddle and that puts you over the edge, you let me know and we'll find you another one. Robbie Anderson for the Jets. It is a base Prizm. Sam Hubbard coming out with an autograph for the Bengals. And I see some blue scope in our future. It's for the Panthers to 99. Kuechly. I doubt I said his name right, but every once in a while I get lucky. Say a name right. Most of the time I don't. I think we can all agree on that. But every once in a while. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Giants. You're about to be able to sit back and relax for the rest of the break. There comes your man, Saquon Barkley, baby. Oh, yeah, there it is. Handsome little rookie Prizm base Saquon Barkley autograph for the Giants. We did not pull that out of the first case. We, I think, only pulled like 1 or 2 inserts even for Saquon out of the first case. So you got a nice hit there. Hall of Fame Riggins for the Redskins. A die-cut Dante Pettis to 199 for the 49ers. Kian's dad, I agree with you on that. That's a big boom. This is for the Dallas Cowboys. It's DeMarcus Lawrence to 249 on our orange die cut. Yeah, Saquon is a nice hit. And I will tell you this too. Speaking about, you know, running backs, which we kind of were because we were talking about Saquon Barkley. I'm kind of glad I picked up that James Conner in Contenders, and 2 or 3 others. One of the folks who bids in here with me, and also is a Steelers fan. He had several redemptions that were duplicates for James Conner, and he said, "Yeah, hey, you want them?" I'm like, "Sure, I'll buy them." So I don't remember even what all the card sets were. There were, I don't know, 2 or 3, 4 of those redemptions. So I bought them all from him, turned them in, and thought I'd probably see him about 20 years from now. But I actually got Contenders, and I think one of the other ones came too. Julio Jones to 149 for the Falcons. So yeah, I'm kind of glad I picked up a little rookie James Conner. Of course, being a Steelers fan, I needed it for that reason anyway. But now that he's playing pretty well, so much the better. There is a Mo Hurst for the Raiders. Poor Raiders. They're another fire sale group right now. Illumination Alvin Kamara insert for the Saints. Vic Beasley for the Falcons to 275. And who else? What else do we have? Josh Norman die cut for the Redskins to 249 with the orange die cut. There's loads and loads and loads of die cuts in here, like a massive amount of them. Oh, Latchman, you collect Lalique and some of that stuff too. You know, I used to deal in that back when I did mostly antiques and collectibles. Hence, of course, cards are collectibles too, but I used to do a lot of real high-end figurines. You know, Lalique and Royal Dalton and Steuben and all of that stuff. I used to do Royal Worcester, a lot of that. And it would be the old, you know, old stuff from many moons ago. So yeah, some of that stuff is really nice. I mean, it's pricey for sure, but they make some beautiful pieces. Swarovski, and trying to think all the different brands I used to even do. Yadro, that was another one we had a lot of. We just did a ton of that stuff once upon a time. Greg, you said you bought 12 in yesterday's break and you bombed out yesterday. You bombed out yesterday too? Dang, man. Well, update is harder to hit though, right? Because there's only 6 autographs in the whole jumbo case, and then you've got 12 relics. Is that right? No. Yes. 12 relics and 6 autographs in an update jumbo case. So proportionately speaking, it has more cards than this because it's a 3,000 card break, but it has less autograph and relic hits. However, having said that, out of Series 1, Series 2, Update, Heritage High Number, any of those like that. If you pull the short prints or the super short prints, the SSPs, those are often worth as much or more money than a lot of the autograph hits you'd pull out of there. So sometimes even if you don't have an autograph or a relic in some of those Topps baseball products, you can still make some really good money on the short prints and other stuff. So I'm sure you know that already, but you know, sometimes people are new to a product and don't realize that there's a lot of value in some of that sort of stuff as well. Dion Kane and the Colts with a base Prizm autograph. Kian's dad, you were multitasking, were you? I used to do that a lot too. Be watching 2 or 3 different breaks simultaneously and switching back and forth between them. Yeah, I've been there. Been there, done that, for sure. To 199, a blue die cut Dion Lewis for the Titans. You have some Yadro? Yeah, man, that stuff is nice, right? My sister has some pieces of that she started getting into it when I used to deal in it some, and so she got some of the ones that have, it's like I can't remember the name of it, but it was like a winter scene, and it was a puppy going out to the mailbox, like carrying a letter in his mouth or getting a letter out of that or something. Josh Allen rookie introductions for the Bills. Behind that, we have Marshawn Lynch to 149 for the Raiders. And then a couple more base cards. And look at that, Keegan's dad doing a little I Spy. There is Barry Sanders Hall of Fame, a die cut Kerryon Johnson for the Lions to 249. Latchman, the SPs and the SSPs, they have a different code on the back. That's one way to tell. But also, I will typically announce them during the break when we do it. I'll usually note if it's a short print or a super short print. Sometimes I might miss one during the live break, but I catch it during sorting. And I, of course, would have them always in a top loader. Sometimes I write on the top loaders SP or SSP, but not always. But the code on the back is one way to tell. And of course, you know, as I said, I usually will announce it out too. Ito Smith and the Falcons to 275. Gina, you collect crap that doesn't sell. Well, all right. A woman after my own heart. I know. I collect a lot of stuff that I place more value on than probably anyone else would. Todd Gurley for the Rams. That's a base silver Prizm. Marcel Aitman to 199 for the Raiders. I mean, like all my horse racing stuff that I have, to me, is like invaluable. I've spent years putting together my Secretariat collection and, you know, some of my other horse racing stuff, and I love it. Le'Veon Bell, boo, for my Steelers to 275. I shouldn't boo him. You know, he's a good player, and I'm sure he's a good person. I just don't like all the drama, but I shouldn't boo him. I retract my boo. So, yeah, some of my horse racing stuff probably wouldn't sell for anywhere near what I paid for it, but I like it. Makes me happy. Lamar Jackson to 199 for the Baltimore Ravens. But it's all in what you like. I had a really nice doll collection for a while, but it got too large and started taking up too much space, so I sold off a bunch of it. Grit, Jason Witten insert, a blue scope, Mitch Trubisky for the Bears, as a matter of fact. A blue scope biscuit for you. Oh, Latchman, you don't sell any of your stuff? I don't sell my stuff a lot, but I am going to sell some of my personal cards before long because, once again, I've got such a giant amount of them that I need to kind of whittle it down to a more manageable amount. And then a lot of my other stuff, you know, every once in a while I'll get tired of something or something I think will take up too much space, like my dolls, and I'll sell off some of it and keep some of it. But numbered to 99, it is Roquan Smith. Yeah, how about that? For the Chicago Bears with a blue scope that you did spy with your little eye a while ago. Good job on that one, Kean's dad. Got that sharp eye, catching them back there in the background. I like it. Kareem Hunt insert for the Chiefs. An orange die cut Jacoby Brissett for the Colts to 249. We have a checkerboard, Freeman to 49 for the Atlanta Falcons. Oh, Scott, you would love my brother-in-law. He's coming to town this weekend as part of the Breeders' Cup contingency. He collects currency as well. He's big into coins and paper money, and both older and current, and he somehow got himself on the board of, I guess the Treasury has some kind of like citizen advisory panel sort of thing. And he got, I don't know how you get in that. I think he was appointed. I don't think it was an elected thing. I think it was an appointed thing. Anyway, so he got appointed to that. So he goes to Treasury Department meetings, and they talk about like different commemorative, you know, whatever it's going to be that'll be issued, and make decisions about stuff like that. It's pretty cool, but you would love talking to him because he's big into collecting all the currency stuff. Rich, you have some Saratoga stuff. You know, for a long time, I went to Saratoga every summer. Love going to Saratoga. Beautiful track. Beautiful part of New York. Really, really like Saratoga. And I haven't been in, oh man, I gotta think, it's probably been 10 years since I've been there. Probably need to plan another trip to Saratoga, but yeah, it's a great area. And of course, there's the Racing Museum up there too. It's summer at the spa. Always a great time. Bruce Smith, Hall of Fame. That's to 275 for the Titans with Marcus Mariota. And we have a Braxton Berrios base rookie refractor, prism, sorry, for the Patriots. A prism and a refractor are the same thing, for those of you who don't know. Topps uses the word refractor, Panini uses the word prism, but it's the exact same thing, and I have a tendency to want to say refractor unless I can remind myself. Numbered to 75, there's a Justin Jackson for the Chargers. Now we got your Roland Skoll. That is a green, either crystal, or I think they're going to call it crystal and not cracked ice because it's numbered to 75. Jordan Reed, Redskins. That is orange die cut to 249. And what did you collect grandfather clocks? Oh, wow. That would be pretty cool. I could see how it would make your house noisy, though. I could agree with that. Josh Adams to 275 for the Eagles. But that would be cool. I mean, grandfather clocks are pretty awesome and very unique. I used to, back in the day where I did a lot of antique and collectible kind of stuff, I traveled to estate sales all the time within a, 2 or 3 state area. We would hit tons of estate sales, and man, you could see some really just amazing pieces with stuff like grandfather clocks. Now, I never personally dealt in that because most of my business was online and I wasn't about to ship a grandfather clock. Rashad Penny, Seahawks, prism, and autograph, of course. But yeah, that's, estate sales are an awesome way to go pick up that kind of stuff. And sometimes You can even find cards and things there, but it's a lot less frequently. Rookie introductions, Royce Freeman. There's a checkerboard, Jerome Baker to 49 for the Dolphins. And that's that. So, Rich, you live right outside of Saratoga. Oh, man, I'm jealous. Sometimes I stayed in Saratoga, and sometimes I stayed down in Albany. I would stay down there just right by the airport on Wolf Road, where all the, little strip of hotels and restaurants and things are. And then we would just drive up to the track. Sometimes we would stay in Saratoga Springs or closer to Saratoga Springs, but most of the time fly into Albany, stay in Albany, and, drive back and forth every day from the track. Latchman, I've been to Belmont many times as well. Yeah, I like Belmont, but it doesn't have the same kind of charm, I guess is the word. Maybe character is the word. Although Belmont does have a lot of character. Maybe charm is the word. Belmont is just such a big facility. It doesn't have intimacy. That's the word I think I'm looking for. It doesn't have the same intimacy that you would find at Saratoga or Del Mar or Keeneland or some of the tracks that run what I would call the boutique meets. But I do certainly like Belmont, but it's a different type of track than the others. Instant Impact, Calvin Ridley. Behind that is a die-cut Tyquan Lewis for the Colts in the orange to 249. Yes, Skull, we did get you an autograph. See, I told you we'd get you bailed out before it was all said and done. There's a lot of stuff that comes out of Prizm. James White to 149 for the New England Patriots. Gina, you said you have a clock where all the mechanics are wood. Oh my gosh, I would be afraid to even look at that. Like, just about anything could probably make that go out of whack. Minka Fitzpatrick for the Dolphins with a nice little rookie Prizm autograph. Oh, Gina, you're on Wolf Road in Albany every year. Do you go to Saratoga as well? Or you have other business on Wolf Road in Albany? Oh, I guess it's really none of our business, but since you're sharing, why not? Why not just be nosy is the way I'm looking at it. Tyquan Lewis to 199 for the Colts in the blue die cut. Oh, Rich, you're from South Troy. Okay. All right. You're calling it the Wild, Wild West. Von Miller Prizm for the Broncos. And a green crystal Terrell Suggs to 75 for the Ravens. My Steelers are getting ready to have to play the Ravens. See if we get our rear end handed to us again like we did the first time. Landon Collins, blue scope to 99 for the New York Giants. Latchman, you said you have a couple of Atmos that your girls there have their name on. Oh, you lived in New York for a few years. Oh, cool. What part were you in, Latchman, of New York? Got a friend who just moved from LA to Brooklyn. So she's kind of, I think it's maybe the I don't know if it's actually Brooklyn proper or not, but I don't know. I call it Brooklyn. And she's loving it. She's loving the change of scenery from, the concrete jungle that is Los Angeles. She's happy to be in New York and have a little change of pace. Oh, a cool card shop in the mall there. I don't think I ever went into that mall. All the times that I was there, I don't know that I ever went into that mall. I was, when we would go to that area, it was strictly for Saratoga. So we would hit the restaurants and we'd hit the track. And other than that, that was kind of our deal. We didn't really do much in the way of shopping or anything. We were all about the races, which, you know, cost me plenty of money anyway. I don't know a lot about the Atmos clocks, but I'm guessing Gina probably does. Rookie introductions, Calvin Ridley, a die cut DeAndre Hopkins to 249 for the Texans. I think somebody earlier said they needed to pull some Texans, so maybe that's going to get the floodgates open for you now that we've seen a numbered one go by. Maybe that's good mojo coming along. Bo Scarborough, Dallas Cowboys. Latchman, you lived in the Bronx. Okay. Excellent. I usually stayed, when I went to Belmont, I usually stayed in Manhattan because now that is one place where I like to shop. Brian Dawkins, Eagles. And so we would normally stay in Manhattan and shop and try to see a couple of shows around, you know, go a couple days early, stay a couple days late when we would go to Belmont so we could work in some of that. Jermaine Kersey. Oh, it's the Jets to 199 curses on him. I can't say his name. Jermaine Kersey. Good grief. Why is that so hard for me? Jacoby Brissett for the Colts to 199 blue die cut. But I always like taking the train. I would always take the train, Long Island Railroad, out to Belmont because it was so convenient. Jump right on there and boom. Be right up there. I like it. Jalen Samuels, Pittsburgh Steelers to 75, green crystal. Or what I have dubbed green crystal, because that, though it looks like cracked ice, it is not numbered like cracked ice, so I think it's probably crystal. They look the same to me. Kean's dad, how would you like to have a bookend Roquan Smith? Like it or not, there he is. You've got a second one. A Roquan base silver autograph. Although I'm pretty sure you like having it. Vernon Davis, Redskins, Prizm. Marcel Aitman to 99, Raiders. I believe it's maybe our second Aitman autograph. That one's a blue scope. We definitely had another Marcel Aitman, but it could have been an insert, but I think it was an autograph. Instant Impact, Sam Darnold. There's the Biscuit again to 149 for the Bears. Of course, we will recap at the end, guys. We'll take another look at all of our autographs and not necessarily all of our numbered stuff because there's a lot of that. But we'll look at all of our autographs and our autographed relic again, of course. Latchman, you were 5 minutes from Yankee Stadium when you took the train from where you used to live. Nice. But were you a Yankees fan? That's the question. Even if you were 5 minutes from Yankee Stadium, were you or are you a Yankees fan? Troy Aikman, Hall of Fame insert, Cowboys. Cortland Sutton, blue scope to 99 for the Broncos. Yeah, so I guess the word out of the Yankees camp, that is to 275 Ingram for the Saints, is that they've cooled off a little bit on Manny Machado after his World Series exploits. But who knows if that's true or not. I mean, both the Dodgers and the Phillies and the Yankees, so it's not both, that's all three, have reportedly cooled off on Machado a little bit. But how much of that is real and how much of that is the three of them saying that, hoping that then they'll pick him up on the cheap. Melvin Gordon and the Chargers die cut to 249. Because, I mean, let's face it, despite his warts, as you might say, Darius Slay to 275 for the Lions, the guy's still a heck of a ball player, and he's going to get paid in free agency. There's no question about it. So I think some of these teams are just kind of trying to float a little like, oh yeah, we're not so interested anymore, trying to drive down his price. Kian's dad, you think it's going to be a lucky case and you're hoping that the Panini Coalition holds up. Yeah, but you know how crazy it makes me when they don't do a good job randomizing the hits. You know that just puts me right over the edge when we pull a bunch for the same player. But, you know, we'll see. We'll see how it shakes out from here. But you've definitely had some nice bears come out. Latchman, you learned baseball from the Yankees. Sweet. Who's your favorite player? Is it your favorite Yankee a current Yankee or a past Yankee? Because my favorite Cincinnati Red is Johnny Bench. I mean, now I love, actually, Joey Votto out of our current group. I really like Billy Hamilton. I've got a lot of our current year players that I like. But none will ever take the place of my man Johnny Bench. That was Kurt Warner for the Rams. This is Tremaine Edmonds and the Bills to 275. One of the few bright spots for the Bills has been Tremaine Edmonds. He's been very good for them so far. Minka Fitzpatrick and the Dolphins. That is a die cut to 249. And we have a base silver prism Rashad Penny for the Seahawks. Ryan Izzo. How about that? Ryan Izzo for the Patriots with a prism autograph. I definitely don't pull Ryan Izzo every day. That's not a super normal one. Marquette King die cut for the Broncos to 199. I gotta scoop my little stack of die cuts and make a new stack. It's getting too tall over there. Yeah, I knew what you were saying, Kian's dad. I knew absolutely what you were saying, that you figured Panini, once they were on the Bears train, that they would keep on rolling and put in like 20 of the same guy. Yeah, I knew exactly what you meant. And you're probably right. That does work that way a lot. There is a stained glass Aaron Rodgers for the Packers. Those do not come out very often. We found one in the last case. I think it is a case hit, basically, although I don't know if it's officially a case hit, as in it could be more than one, but I think it is one. Jabril Peppers to 275. And, of course, you know, just because I said that it's probably only going to be one means we'll find like 10 of them in this case, because that's always the way it goes. As soon as I say it, like a card will come out and make a liar out of me. Jalen Ramsey to 149 for Jacksonville. Oh, I love watching your Bears play right now. I think it's a blast. I mean, Trubisky's doing well. Sure, he's got his hiccups, but, you know, he's young. He's going to. It happens. He's going to be fine. And, you know, then you got Mac flying all over the place, and Roquan Smith has looked good for you. You got Anthony Miller. I mean, your Bears are fun right now. I don't disagree with that. Don Mattingly. Oh, Don Mattingly's your favorite Latchman? I like Don Mattingly too. I could be about that. For sure. The Vikings skull. I like the Vikings. Of course, I'm a little bit partial there because you know, one of my very good friends, her cousin Harrison Smith, plays for the Vikings, so I'm a little partial to them. Baker Mayfield, rookie introduction. And you've got a nice group in Minnesota as well. So Kiko Alonso, Dolphins /75. And your Vikings are going to be just fine. You're going to be fine. Adam Thielen has been a monster. He's just been everywhere. I mean, have you ever seen an undrafted rookie play the way that guy plays? I mean, most of the drafted rookies don't even play the way that guy plays. He's not a rookie right now, obviously, I realize. But I'm just thinking in terms of, you know, they picked him up for next to nothing, and he's kind of turning into a superstar. DJ Chark, Jacksonville /99, blue scope. But I mean, for sure, it happens. There's obviously always guys that make the team that weren't drafted that turn out to be good. But Adam Thielen has been really good. Jair Alexander /199 for the Packers. You said Trubisky has 220 plus passing yards, 2 touchdowns, 50 rushing yards in 3 straight games now, only the 3rd time in NFL history. Very nice. And Steve Young has the record at 4 in a row. Well, that's definitely the way to go. If you can match a record that Steve Young holds, you're doing all right. Kerryon Johnson, Lions. Another nice carry-on hit there. Skull highlights, why are you freaking out? Oh, about Harrison. You met Harrison Smith when you were in Minnesota? Cool, man. Yeah, Harrison's a really good guy. One of my really good friends. We've been friends, oh gosh, 25 years. Been friends for a long time. She's one of my best friends and love her dearly. And it is her cousin. Yeah, Harrison's her cousin. So Marquette King /249 for the Broncos. So yeah, she's always going to Vikings games. She's trying to get me to go with her this year. She's like, pick a game, let's go. Ronald Jones II, instant impact for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Minka Fitzpatrick die cut /199. But I'm glad you met Harry and that he was, I'm hoping he was nice to you. I've never known him to be anything but nice and gracious, so hopefully he was. Martin, you need a blue scope autograph. All right, let's see what we can do about that. Latchman, you opened 2017 Prizm the other day, and you got a Trubisky pink. Oh, what's the pink numbered to? I can't think what. Oh, is that a are the pink the retail exclusives? Maybe, I don't know, maybe. But that's pretty cool. You might be able to get Kian's dad interested in that, but you don't sell yours, I think you said, right? So Kian's dad wouldn't be able to have it anyway. All right, so Martin, you've got a bunch of teams in here. We ought to be able to find you some autographs for one of those teams. Let's work our mojo. Oh, good. I'm glad he signed your card. I've actually, I got one of those myself, as a matter of fact. Because, you know, Harrison doesn't have, he has autographs in products, but not very, he's not on the checklist nearly as often, obviously, as the guys who play on offense. Oh, look at that, Seahawks. Shaquem Griffin. Now, that's probably the reason you bought this Seahawks in this break, right? To get that Shaquem Griffin right there. Nice hit if you got the Seahawks tonight. So, yeah, Harrison is a good guy, and I'm glad that he signed your card and you got to meet him, and it was a good experience and everything. I'm glad to hear that. Braxton Berrios, Patriots, die cut /199. You might have noticed there that we had a points card go by. It's It's kind of a big one tonight, too, 600, so not too shabby on that one. We're setting it up there to the left, and that is our housekeeping area. We're going to give that out at the end of the break. Lamar Jackson, Instant Impact for the Ravens, a die cut Armani Watts for the Chiefs to 249. And of course, that 600 points, as you know, did replace a hit in here. Charles Haley, Hall of Fame. Here's a blue scope Isaiah Oliver to 99 for the Falcons. But overall in Prizm, we haven't been pulling an extraordinary number of points. We for sure have, you know, pulled some, but not, you know, some products. Why am I trying to open another box? We still have to finish this one. Some products, it just seems like they put so many points in that it just makes you want to smack them. But so far, I haven't been too bad with this one. So far, so good. We have got 4 boxes left to go, plus the piece of this one that I'm taking out of the wrappers right now. So 4 boxes and a sliver of another one. To 275, Melvin Ingram and the Chargers. That is Jimmy G for the 49ers. Die cut Adam Thielen, speaking of the devil, to 249 for the Vikings. Latchman, what are you saying about a jersey patch card? I see that you said that you typed in jersey patch card, but I'm not sure in regard to what. Roquan Smith to 275 for the Bears, for Kian's dad. To 275, Izzo and the Patriots. We do have a lot more Prizm, too, by the by, for anyone who's wondering. I have several more cases of Prizm that we'll be busting into in the days and weeks ahead. This is just the time of year when they drop so much stuff on us at once that it's hard to break it all in a short time frame, because before you get it finished, they've dropped, you know, 2 or 3 more products, and they're releasing them on Wednesdays and Fridays, and we had one on Monday the other day. I mean, it's crazy. Clay Matthews to 75, green crystal for the Packers. It's just, they get nuts this time of year trying to dump out all the rest of the products that they have to get out before the end of the year. Bradley Chubb, base silver Prizm for the Broncos. What did you say my bad on, Martin? Oh, you said he mentioned that you hit one already. Oh, gotcha. Okay. Gotcha. And then, Latchman, you're saying it was a Premier Jersey Trubisky rookie card that you found in something you opened the other day. Now I think I'm on the page. Richie James, San Francisco 49ers, hit with an autograph. Big Ben insert for my Pittsburgh Steelers. Darius Geis and the Redskins to 149. All righty. We have 4 to go. 8 down, 4 to go. 2/3 of the way through. Takes a surprising amount of time to get through Prizm. I mean, there are a decent number of cards, but there's not as many individual packs as some products have, which usually speeds it up a little. But I think the thing is with Prizm, you kind of, it's a slower break because you can't really kind of slide the cards across from each other. You know what I mean? Like normally you'd be able to go straight through there and then set a group down. And because of the surface, you know, we do them off one at a time. Josh Rosen, Cardinals, die cut to 249. And believe it or not, all that adds up. See, what I tell you, I said after I mentioned that that I had been finding one stained glass per case, that we'd find another one. And there enough, we sure did. Happens every time. Every time. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens on that stained glass insert. Behind it is a Leonard Fournette to 10 for Jacksonville. Kian's dad, you're still looking for the RPA and penmanship. You're talking about last year for Trubisky, yes? Josh McCown, 99, Blue Scope, Jets. So I'm wondering, since the trade deadline is passing, if Le'Veon's going to decide to show up to work tomorrow or not. And by the way, I haven't checked the headlines since this morning. Have there been any trade action I need to know about? Larry Fitzgerald, base prism for the Arizona Cardinals. And we have another rewards point. That one's 250 points. Oh, you're talking about in this case? Yeah, I don't know that we'll find another RPA in here. In the last case, we only had one. So, anything is possible, of course, but one is all we had the last time. And, of course, we pulled the one already for the Colts out of here. So, I don't think we'll find another RPA in here. Yeah, it came out early on to 10. It was Naheem Hines to 10 for the Colts. It was maybe, I don't know, second or third hit that we pulled out of this case. Came out really early. So I don't really think we'll find another one of those. But as I said, you know, stranger things have happened. I.e., we pulled 2 1-of-1 cards for the Twins out of 5-Star Baseball a little while ago. So, Pat Mahomes, baby. Now, that's a kid I like watching play. It's a 75 Kansas City Chiefs. It is a green crystal, or what I'm calling green crystal. Crystal or cracked ice, one of the two. Yeah, it was pretty early on. It is a nice one though for the Colts. Rookie introduction, Josh Allen, die cut Mohamed Sanu for the Falcons to 199. To 275, it's Myles Garrett and the Browns. Yeah, if they can just build a little with that young group that they have up there in Cleveland, I mean, they have the potential to be good. I think with the men that they have on the team. All right, here's Deron Payne, and you see all that blue right there on the back of that card. I suspect that when Mr. Payne was signing his cards, he didn't let them all dry, so he was stacking them on top of one another, and that was likely the ink residue from the card adjacent to this one. I think that's what all that right there is on the back. And that is the Washington Redskins. You do see that from time to time where guys stack them up a little faster than they should after they've signed them, and that's what happens. Leighton Vander Esch, Cowboys. For them boys. You're looking for an Anthony Miller Gold RPA 10 to go with the Trubisky from last year. Yeah, that would be nice. Hall of Fame Dan Marino. That's a die cut for the Panthers to 100 or to 249. Die cut to 249. That one was for the Saints. Oh, Martin, that is yours that had with the Redskins that had the ink on the back. You know, I don't know. That looked pretty well baked in there, so to speak. Not literally baked in, but you know what I mean. But sometimes you can get stuff out without making too much of a mess. But I definitely wouldn't try it on that card. Kareem Hunt for the Chiefs. And that is for the Saints to 275 with Davenport. But pick like a base card or something and then put an ink mark on the back of it, and then you can experiment and see if you're able to remove the ink mark without damaging the card, because the coating on those cards is the wild card part of it. Like, I don't know how that coating would react to certain things, but sometimes you can get those marks off. But I definitely wouldn't experiment with that particular card. Take a base card and mark on the back of it and practice on it. That's what I would do anyway. We're getting there. We're making good progress. I thought we might get finished up by midnight, but with 3 boxes left, we're probably going to go a shade after. And by the way, the clocks moved this weekend. Don't forget that. The Arden Key for the Raiders die cut to $1.99. So when you go to bed Saturday night before you go to sleep, you get to move all your clocks back by an hour. We get to have an extra hour of sleep on Saturday night / Sunday morning. Jamal Adams to 99 for the Jets blue scope. I tried to accommodate for the time change with my listings tonight. Deion Sanders Falcons to 275, Will Fuller for the Texans. Because, you know, every year it gets me. Although fall back is not that big a deal. It just means they end earlier than I meant for them to, and there's a longer gap between when they end and when we break, but that's not a huge deal. But I forget every year when I'm listing about spring forward. And, you know, you'll list them and it'll look like you have plenty of time, right? I'll leave it thinking, oh, yeah, I've got like an hour in between when the last one ends and the break time. And then spring forward time change will hit. Well, daylight saving time will hit. And the next thing you know, the auctions will be ending like 60 seconds before the time they're supposed to break, because I will have forgotten about the time shift. To 199 Panthers, Torrey Smith. So, yeah. I'm trying to do better about remembering that. We have a redemption there. You saw that come out. It stays face down until the end of the break, and then we'll flip it over and find out who got lucky with that. I don't know, Martin, exactly what type of pen they use on these. Most of the time, well, I don't know. If you look at that, I don't know. That might be a gel pen on that sticker. Possibly. It looks too clean of a line to be a Sharpie on there, although they make fine point Sharpies. I don't think that's a fine point Sharpie, but it doesn't appear to be a standard ballpoint pen either. And also it wouldn't be bleeding through the way that it did if it were a standard ballpoint. I would tend to try a gel pen and practice with that and see if you can get that off. That would be my inclination. I don't know that for 100% sure, but that would be what I would try. Hi, Jesse. Somebody I think already answered that, right? Yeah, Kian's dad said that there was already some autographs coming out. You know that my memory is the worst about that, but we will recap it, of course, shortly when we finish up. So you'll get another chance to take a look at it at that point. Alshon Jeffrey, that is a base prism. Isaiah Oliver to 199 for the Atlanta Falcons. Skull, you want to know if your chargers got anything? Oh, boy, guys. Does anybody remember? Have the chargers gotten anything else? I don't know exactly what time you left, Skull. And I don't know exactly what we've seen in the interim either. I know, I'm telling you, it stays in my short-term memory for like 5 seconds. Bo Scarborough and the Cowboys to 275. Latchman, I did not. I was at my mother's house today to help her get her cat to the vet, and I did accomplish that task, and then it took so much longer at the vet than I expected it to take. As in, I thought I would be in there about 30 minutes, and I was in there like an hour and 15 or 20 minutes. Rookie introductions, Dante Pettis. That when I left, I just like dropped off Mom and the cat and flew home. That is to 149, Devontae Adams and the Packers. Because I had still stuff that I had to get out with the post office. Like I was not expecting to be gone anywhere near the total amount of time I was gone, which approached 2.5 hours start to finish. Von Miller insert for the Broncos. A Baker Mayfield die cut, 249 for the Browns. Yeah, I thought I'd be gone like an hour in total. Hour and 15 minutes I was gone. 2.5 hours. So anyway, the moral of the story is I forgot to even pick up the binder. But I will try and get it from her, or I will call over there and ask her to, you know, look it up for me. Brandon Cooks to 199 for the Rams. That's funny. Jesse says that sorting the cards is like this is like driving in snow. I've got prism blindness. That's pretty good. I've never heard that before. I like that though. Cortland Sutton and the Broncos. Ah, my sleeve just split right down the side. How stupid was that? Did the second one just do it too? No, I thought it did, and then I was going to be really mad. Yeah, I don't know what it is, guys. I just don't retain it in my short-term memory. I look at so many cards every day between the sorting, you know, breaking and sorting and shipping. I look at so many every day. Josh Allen, Instant Impact. And there is a green Robert Woods for the Rams. And it is numbered to 75. So I remember the stuff that, you know, the big hits, and I'm more likely to remember stuff if the break didn't have a lot of cards in it. But when it has a ton of cards in it like this, for the most part, I'm going to remember only as far back as the last card I said. And sometimes I don't even remember that far back. Like it's in my brain long enough for it to connect and come out of my mouth and tell you what it is, and then it gets replaced in my short-term memory immediately by the very next one that I see. Yeah, Derwin James is harder to pull. I have noticed that too. Derwin does not come out as often as the rest of them. We did pull a Derwin James out of something really recently. Within the last few weeks anyway, because I remember making the comment, oh, there's Derwin James. We don't pull him as often. But yeah, he's going to be a nice little player for you guys. Oh, no one's asked me tonight about my wrist, but it is, guys, it's carpal tunnel, plain and simple. And I wear this brace most of the time during the day. And I don't usually wear it during the breaks, but my wrist has been so jacked up the last week because we have opened so much stuff with such a massive amount of cards in it that it has really flared up my wrist, and now I have to wear it even during the breaks until it calms back down anyway. This is numbered to 25. It is Michael Thomas for the Saints. Because, yeah, you know, I mean, that's a massive amount of repetitive motion between the breaking, and then I'm doing the same motion for all the sorting, and then, of course, using the wrist for all the listing and the spreadsheets and the typing and all that. It has absolutely torn my wrist up. Chris Hogan and the Patriots with a base prism. Derek Noddy, the 99, Kansas City Chiefs. Autograph, blue scope. Oh, yeah, Jesse, it's definitely because of the breaking. I mean, the breaking and the computer work. But, I mean, the work that I'm doing, yes, because I spend a tremendous number of hours a day dealing with cards. Not, obviously, this is the shortest part of the time I spend is the breaking. To 199 die cut for the Jags Fournette. I spend a lot of hours every day sorting and shipping and then on the computer, and then you just add this to it, and it just my poor little wrist just gave out on me. Eli Manning to 199 die cut for the Giants. Technically, I probably need to have the carpal tunnel surgery, but I don't really plan to. Randy Moss Hall of Fame insert, prism. Jaleel Scott and the Ravens to 149. And then Gerald McCoy, Tampa Bay Buccaneers to 275. Jesse, you said get an Naproxen script, non-narcotic muscle relaxer that's for inflammatory. Yeah, you know, I have, I can't take a lot of stuff because I also have RA. So I take methotrexate for that, along with, seems like a big pharmacy of stuff. But anyway, because of that, I can't take a lot of other stuff. So yeah, but they've got me on 1,000,001 things. But really, truly, the brace is the best thing for me, for the carpal tunnel part of it anyway. The brace is a huge difference maker. Like when it flares up, as it has been recently, if I just leave that brace on pretty much all the time, other than like showering, or obviously you got to wash your hands and, you know, cooking and stuff like that. But if it's on most of the rest of the time, it'll calm back down after, you know, probably a week or 10 days, and then I can go back to just wearing it in the daytime. Bradley Chubb rookie introductions for the Broncos. Simmie Cobbs Jr., 75. Green, crystal, Redskins. Oh, Martin, you've got carpal tunnel since you were 20. Oh yeah, I bet. With you being in the wheelchair, that would, again, that same repetitive motion, I could see how that would kind of tear yours up too. Hopefully they've got you on something, or maybe, or do you use braces as well? Ah, why are all my sleeves splitting? You're making my life difficult tonight. To 99, it is Terrell Edmonds and my Pittsburgh Steelers with a blue scope. I was beginning to think my Steelers were not going to make an appearance tonight. We had a Jalen Samuels earlier, but it wasn't autographed, I don't think. Ray Lewis insert for the Ravens, a die cut Fournette Jags to 249. And you guys have to start warming up your Last Box Mojo. We're not there yet, but you can get it warming up. Leonard Floyd for the Bears to 275. Yeah, to tell you the truth, I don't know how anybody that breaks a lot, I don't know how anybody doesn't have carpal tunnel if you do a lot of breaks, because, I mean, yeah. Eli Manning and the Giants, die cut to 249. We have another rewards point. Panini got another one of our hits. So now we have 3 rewards points and 1 redemption hanging out in our housekeeping area, in our TBD area. 600 point, 2 for 250 points, and a redemption. So here we go. Last box mojo. So you know what time this is. This is the time where we collectively work our mojo and try to conjure up the biggest, baddest hits in the land out of our last box here. Let's see if it works. Martin, you said that icing helps yours and heat pads. Yeah, you might try this brace. This is a fairly new one that I've gotten. It's called Mueller. You can see it on there. That is a different one than the one I've been wearing. And this one is pretty comfortable. I would say it's more comfortable than the one I had prior to it. So if you don't have one like this, I mean, you can get this one on Amazon for, I don't know, $10, $15, something like that. And to be an inexpensive little gadget like that, man, it makes a world of difference. Especially if I sleep in it too. Minnesota, the helmet. It was just the one helmet tonight. We didn't do a whole case tonight. We just did the single Hit Parade helmet. And, oh my gosh, who was it? It was a Patriot. I had to even think a minute to tell you that. It was a Patriot, but I don't remember which Patriot it was. I'm sorry to say, Minnesota Scenes. I can't remember who the Patriot was. It wasn't Tom Brady, obviously. It wasn't Gronk, but I can't think who it was. Illumination Alvin Kamara. There's a Drew Brees to 275 for the Saints. There's a base Prizm Marlon Mack for the Colts. But Minnesota Scenes, we will be doing another full case of the Leaf full-size helmets coming up in a few days. And I've actually got quite a few of those Leaf full-size helmets. I think I don't even know how many cases I bought. 6 or 7 maybe, I don't know. Fair amount. Because I like the Leaf full-size helmets, so I always buy a bunch of them. Dylan Cantrell, Los Angeles Chargers. Looks like Scholes on the board again with a Dylan Cantrell autograph. That's right. Martin's helping me out with the last box mojo. We're going to work it, Martin. We're going to make it happen. Josh Doxson and the Redskins to 49 with a checkerboard. Oh, see, and Skoll jumped in there too, and Skoll's already been rewarded there with that Chargers autograph. So last box mojo kicking in for you. Oh, Jesse, yes, Stephon Gilmore. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Why could I not remember that? Because, well, I told you guys it. I replace it with the next thing I see in my short-term memory. But yeah, thank you for that. I appreciate it. Blue Scope Micah Hyde for the Bills to 99. Ravens and Bills, yeah, we did not manage to conjure up a Raven or a Bill in the helmet tonight, Minnesota. But we'll be doing the full case of Leaf full-size helmets before long, and I will also get us another half case of mini helmets listed again pretty soon. And, you know, both of those, when we do them in the full size and when we do them in the full case of the full size and the half case of the minis, both of those will be easier to hit than a single one, obviously. Hayden Hurst, Ravens. Got more opportunities per break. Kyle Lauletta and the Giants. 4th and Goal is another one that's easy to jump into because it's all 4 autograph things in one box, you know. It's the full-size helmet, the mini helmet, the jersey, and the picture. And they're all in one box, so all in one break. Those are also good to get in on. 4 shots, you know, to win out of the one break. San Francisco 49ers on that insert. Then we have Leighton Vander Esch to 149 for the boys. For them Cowboys. You said, Jesse, you don't ever hit the Patriots when you buy into the helmet breaks. Yeah, I mean, you just never know when something's going to show up on any given day. I will grant you that the Patriots don't come out as often. But Out of jerseys, we've had fairly good luck. I mean, we've hit Gronkowski once or twice this year out of jerseys. We hit the Tom Brady jersey out of one of the Leaf half cases. Trying to think what else. We've definitely hit some Patriots memorabilia in recent months, but it has been skewed more towards jerseys than helmets. That's true enough. Jesse, I think Martin is probably talking about my brace. When he's saying he's seen it at Walgreens for like $12, because I was saying this brace that I had, this new one is fairly comfortable and you could get it on Amazon. And I thought, couldn't remember what I paid for it, but I was thinking, $10, $12. And I believe that's what Martin was talking about when he said he saw it at Walgreens. Number to 25, Rashad Penny. There's our patented penmanship for the Seahawks. So Last Box Mojo did deliver our patented penmanship, but I know Kian's dad wanted that to be a bear. Baker Mayfield die cut to 249 for the Browns. Of course, we still have a redemption to flip over too, so don't forget that. TJ Watt to 149 for the Steelers. Someone said earlier they thought the redemption was going to be Baker Mayfield. Somebody weighed in on that way back in the thread and called it as Baker Mayfield. Might have been Latchman, or it might have been Martin. Latchman, Martin, one of you guys, I think, said that redemption was going to be Baker. So we'll see if you were right about that here in a minute. Joey Bosa to 249 die cut Chargers. Minnesota, you heading out tonight? All right. Well, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for jumping into the breaks tonight. I'm sorry we didn't pull what you wanted. Joey Bosa to 199 Chargers. And oh, it's a Mojo. It is a Mojo Matt Ryan, numbered to what? 10 for the Falcons. Cool. I think that's the first Mojo pattern I've seen in Prizm out of either case, actually, that I remember seeing anyway. Mark Andrews to 199 for the Ravens. Speaking of the Ravens. All right, so you know what we've got to do now, right? We have got to put all of our autograph hits up here. We've got all of these rewards points we're going to give away. We're going to use random.org for the rewards points, and here's how I will do it. I'll copy and paste every team into random.org, and I will hit random one single time. The team that ends up in position number 1 after the randomizing will get the 600 points. Team in position number 2 will get a 250 point. Team in position number 3 will get the last of the 250 points cards. Now we're going to flip this redemption, and then we'll go to the checklist and verify the team. We'll find out what it's going to be numbered to. And all right, so who is saying? Jesse says it's going to be Scantling. Martin says it's Baker Mayfield. Kian's dad says it's going to be Kiki for the Texans or Dante Pettis for the 49ers. Jesse says he knows it's not Brady. And that's everybody's prediction. So let's see who's right. If we had a drum roll, we would play it. It's Kiki. Look at that. Kian's dad nailed it. Rookie autograph, Prizm Red Wave. So I think we can assume it's going to be numbered to 199. It is going to be the Texans, but we are going to go to the checklist anyway and verify it, because that's just how I roll. You know how I am about that sort of thing. So let's pop over there and take care of that first off. Try and get that locked in. Find out where we go from here. If I can get through all these drop-down menus. I don't like that they have a zillion drop-down menus, but I absolutely love that they have everything online. It makes it so nice. Rookie autographs, Prizm Red Wave. Okay. Well, we're in... There's Prizm. Where's the one that says Red Wave. Ah, I had to have gone past it. Why don't I see it? Rookie autographs. Prizm. Is that right? Yes. Red Wave. Where are you, stupid Red Wave? There. Good grief. Man alive. Card number 28. It's going to be numbered to 199. And, of course, it is the Texans, just exactly as we thought it was going to be. So that's all good to go. Now, I'm going to bring you and myself, we're both going to head to the spreadsheet. From here, I'm going to copy all 32 of our teams. Then I'm going to bring you along with me, and we're going to roll over to random.org, where we're going to paste all this fun stuff in there and let random do a little work for us. Make random earn its keep tonight, right? So just scrolling through so that you can see all 32 of our teams actually did get pasted in there as promised. Going to hit random one single time. Team in the number 1 position gets 600 points. The second position, 250. The third position, 250. Good luck. Here we go. So it's Jags, Giants, and Colts. So the Jags with the 600 points. I am labeling this, so hang on one second, guys, so I don't have to go look this up later. And then the Colts. All right, so Jags with 600 points, Giants with 250, Colts with 250. And let's come back to recap. It's recap time. So Skull, you got 2 autographs, 2 die cuts, and a blue one. Very nice. Very nice. Kian's dad said, you've been in a few breaks and watched many more. And Random likes to toy with you. I understand what you're saying there, man. Random can be your best friend or your worst enemy on any given day. So 600-point reward card went to the Jags, a 250 reward point card to the Giants, a 250 rewards point card to the Colts, the Texans to 199 with the redemption for Kiki. We have Mark Andrews and the Ravens to 199. This is the patented penmanship Rashad Penny for the Seahawks. We'll flip that one over because it is low numbered to 25, of course. Dylan Cantrell for the Chargers, Terrell Edmonds, Steelers, Noddy for the Chiefs with the blue scope, as was Terrell Edmonds. Cortland Sutton for the Broncos, Isaiah Oliver, Falcons, Leighton Vander Esch for the Cowboys, Deron Payne for the Redskins, that's the one with the blue ink on the back, Richie James, 49ers, Shaquem Griffin, Seahawks, Kerryon Johnson for the Lions, Jair Alexander to 199, Red Wave for the Packers, Izzo for the Patriots, the Oakland Raiders with Marcel Aitman, blue scope to 99, Roquan Smith for the Bears. Bo Scarborough, Dallas Cowboys, Minka Fitzpatrick for the Dolphins, Rashad Penny, Seahawks, Justin Jackson and the Chargers to 75 in green. I believe that is crystal and not cracked ice, but it's one of the two. Number to 99, Roquan Smith for the Bears with the blue scope. There's a Red Wave, Marcel Aitman for the Raiders to 199. Deion Kane for the Colts. Maurice Hurst for the Raiders. Saquon Barkley, baby, for the New York Giants. Yeah, I like that one. Sam Hubbard, so the Bengals aren't going home empty-handed. Richie James for the 49ers to 199 with the Red Wave. A Red Wave Sony Michel to 199 for the Patriots. Kalen Ballage for the Dolphins. There is our handsome RPA, Naheem Hines, and the Indianapolis Colts. It's gold on top of that. Nice 2-color patch and a very low number to 10. Josh Jackson, Green Bay Packers. And started off the night with the Eagles and Dallas Goedert with a blue scope to 99. So that's it for me tonight, guys. I appreciate you hanging out with me, spending part of your evening. I guess we could put our spreadsheet information up, though, one more time for somebody who might have missed it earlier, or maybe you're watching the recap and you didn't watch the rest of the break. We should put that up again, huh, guys? Let's do that. We'll do that before I sign off and completely hit the bricks. So again, paid shipping breaks anticipated out the door on Monday. If I can get it out to you faster than that, I will. But I'm not really sure that I can. There's a lot of really base heavy stuff ahead of it. And then on top of that, I think I'm tied up most of Saturday, so probably won't get a lot out because it is a short post office day as well. And then, of course, the free shipping stuff is always projected out about a week after the auction ends. So projected out on Tuesday, probably gets out a little sooner. Often it does, but plan on Tuesday. Be happily surprised if it goes sooner. Consolation cards, if you were in anything but Prizm and your team wasn't pulled, your consolation card, which can be from any year in any series, is tracked for a rolling 90-day period. And the free breaks, I usually just hang on to them until the next time you have a package going, in which case I would then send them all out at one time with that package. And if you're in that free shipping break and you don't want to wait for that, send me a message. Let me know. I'll send it out to you by itself. If you got skunked in 5-star, you don't have to wait. That was a paid shipping break, and your consolation cards will ship with the rest of the break. Taking a look at what's coming up here in the days ahead. So tomorrow night we're going to start at 9:30 because it's a new release night. We'll open Flawless Basketball, which should be like insanely good, and I'm so excited about. We're also going to open a 12-box case of Topps High Tech, which is not the same as Bowman High Tech, which of course came out a while ago. This one is Topps High Tech that comes out tomorrow. We'll break it tomorrow night. We'll also break a case of Bowman Chrome, which is the last case I have of Bowman Chrome, of the hobby anyway. On Thursday night, we'll break a full case of the Leaf Autograph full-size football helmets, more Flawless, and Prizm will make another appearance on Thursday night. Friday night will be a 4th and Goal football box, more Flawless basketball, another case of Topps High Tech baseball. Saturday, I'm going to schedule it as an off night because I do have friends and family in town, and I may still end up going to Breeders' Cup and using my ticket. I probably will. Nobody's bought it, so I probably will. On Sunday, we're going to open Gem Mint, Gold Rush Gem Mint Series 2 football. It comes in packs, so it's a 12-pack box, but the box is also the case. So however you want to call it, 12-pack case, 12-pack box, 12 whatever, that's what it is. We'll also open another case of High Tech on Sunday night. So that's what we're looking like for the days ahead, and that really, I think, is everything, unless you guys have something for me. I don't know. Kian's dad says it's past your bedtime. I hear you. It's past mine too, right? We went late tonight. So Kian's dad, thank you as always for stopping by along with everyone else. Skull, you're out of here. Greg, you ended up with 5 autographs. That's not too bad. Not too bad. And Jesse, thank you for stopping by. I hadn't seen you in a while, Jesse. So nice to see you again tonight too. So thanks, everyone. Enjoy your week ahead and your Halloween tomorrow. We'll be back at it tomorrow night. And until then, take care now. Bye.